You're now listening to No Gimmicks.
No Gimmicks Podcast.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the No Gimmicks Podcast here on the DFPN, episode 113. We are back, and we got a lot to talk about, specifically WWE. So let's jump right into the show. Joining me as usual, my co-host, Frank D. Vader. What's up, buddy? Welcome back.
What's up with it, man?
Bunch of questionable stuff, man. Let's just get into it. This is going to be WWE centric. Let's go. The booking. we got to talk about it. And I'm going to start here. It's because on this show, we've been adamant that since WrestleMania 40, there's been a trend when it comes to WWE booking. It just hasn't been as solid as it was before WrestleMania 40. They call it the Triple H era. Triple H booking prior to WrestleMania 40 was solid. After WrestleMania 40, iffy. We could put this on the TKO model, but Nick Khan himself came out and said that what the storylines that are in place were in place. They didn't change anything from WrestleMania 40 on, right? We all know this. WrestleMania 40, let's just go back. Let's go back pre-COVID. Pre-COVID, the story going into WrestleMania should have been The Rock versus Roman Reigns to end the Bloodline storyline. If you were not following this story, even if you were, you knew all roads led to Rock versus Roman, possibly in LA. And I think that would have been like WrestleMania 37 or something like that. It's the one that they brought to Tampa because of COVID. That WrestleMania should have been in LA because me and you should have went to that WrestleMania. We talked about it.
Right.
And it should have been Rock versus Roman. That ended up not happening. It took them 2 full years to get to the point to where they brought in The Rock to possibly pay the storyline off. Cody Rhodes leaves AEW in 2022, comes to WWE, and then now it's all about he's finishing his story. That storyline and the fans' gravitation towards that storyline took precedence. Because the main event should have been The Rock versus Roman Reigns for head of the table at WrestleMania 38. Am I wrong on this?
No.
Am I tripping?
No, because they teased it because The Rock came out there and it was a Raw in San Diego, California. Well, The Rock came out there and says, maybe I can sit at the table. Maybe the head of the table. That was what he said. So that's where they were leading to. You know what I mean? So for I don't know, for this guy to come out and say, oh, well, we don't change things.
We don't change storylines.
We have lots of evidence to counter that point, Mr. Khan. And that's what he is, a con. And I mean C-O-N. He's playing a con game. He's a carny.
Yeah. It's crazy how the history and people try to look at it. It's crazy, man. It was like, bro, we know, like, there's still fans out there. I'm one of them. There's still fans out there that want to see the end of the Bloodline properly because we never got a proper payoff to the end of that storyline. The Rock putting the Ulafala on Roman Reigns on the January 6th edition of Monday Night Raw should not have been the end of that storyline. It was. And that is the absolute wrong way to end it. It should have ended at WrestleMania. We didn't get it because of COVID, but the way what we got was absolutely not the way you want to end that storyline. Not by a long shot, man.
No. And remember, if you remember this, I believe prior to that, Roman was originally supposed to wrestle Goldberg.
Yep.
If you remember.
Yep.
And that ended up not happening because Roman, basically because of his immune system, basically just he bowed out of Mania.
Yep.
And I believe it was who was it? McIntyre, I think it was, or somebody. I forget who it was.
Yeah, it was McIntyre ended up winning. He ended up winning the WWE Championship.
Yeah, somebody Goldberg versus somebody on that show, I believe. I can't remember what it was. I have not watched that WrestleMania. Like, I didn't watch that one. So excuse me. For once here, Frank D comes on, you don't know shit about it yet. I didn't watch it. But here's the thing, man. When I look at the situation right now with the Bloodline, and I really was thinking about this every day. You and I were best messaging back and forth, and I really got to thinking about the NWO. And I got to thinking about how, WCW took this angle and really they got lightning in a bottle, and they took it and really they ran it into the ground. And by, like, I would say the middle of '98 onward, it
Yeah.
was done. There was nothing about it anymore, but I thought was interesting. I look now at the Bloodline, and I agree with you. This angle, to me, should have ended the night Cody finished his story. That's when it should have been done. When everybody came out there and celebrated, it reminded me so much of the celebration that they did for Sting at Starrcade when he finally beat Hogan. That right there, people say, and it's debatable to this day, that right there should have been the end of the NWO angle right there when he beat Hogan. And but technically Hogan beat Sting.
Right.
But that's screw job, botch, whatever. But Bischoff has gone on record saying, in hindsight, yeah, we could have done that, but it was so much money in the NWO brand that they couldn't just end it, especially when they were about to launch Thunder after that. Because remember, the deal was they were going to have the Monday show be the NWO show, and then Thursday show was going to be the WCW show. So that's why they couldn't. They wanted to have an NWO be its own brand. So
yeah,
you look at the Bloodline. The Bloodline angle here, to me, has gone too long because, and I'm just gonna go fast forward a little bit here. When I look at the Bloodline now, I look at Roman Reigns as Hollywood. I look at Jey Uso as Nash. Okay, I look at Jimmy as Scott Hall, and I don't know where I put Jacob Fatu in this situation right now, because that's what it seems like to me. Because in that faction, when you look at the original NWO, when they got back together, Nash and Hogan were the only world champions in that group. So that's kind of how I look at this now. And it's like, now when you look at it, it's like, and then at the end of the pay-per-view, PLE, Roman says, I got a plan for them too. I got something for them too. Talking about MFTs. So it's like, okay, we haven't evolved the story here. I don't know how the hell Roman Reigns is even a babyface. He's changed nothing about him at all. He's the same Roman Reigns. The character hasn't really evolved very much. I mean, the only one you could say that has any kind of evolution, it was Jey Uso. And you took what people loved about Jey Uso, and he's reverted back to whatever this shit is he's doing. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. If I'm a fan, and I'm a Jey Uso fan, and I'm used to him coming out yeeting and wearing all the colorful attires and all that, and all of a sudden now he's all wearing black, and he's like, the mood has shifted, and
cut his hair.
What the hell happened? Cut his hair. Like, I'm like, the mood has changed here, and not in a good way. And then you got nothing for Jimmy. Like, there's nothing ever for Jimmy. These are the things I'm noticing on TV.
That's the baffling part.
Yeah.
Jay is like, it's Jay, but Jimmy, you've done nothing with this guy. Why?
No.
Why? Even to the point of tease him being the person behind pulling the strings. You haven't even done that. It's like Jimmy's just there. And he's always trying to be like the voice of reason. This storyline, and I agree with you there. The one counterpoint to that is, with the NWO, there was still money on the table. With the Bloodline, you're just regurgitating a storyline. There's no money on the table with that storyline. You're just bringing something back that you didn't really need to bring back. Once Roman lost that championship and he lost the Bloodline, I get it. If you want to go back and bring it back together, for what? What's the reasoning? There's no real reason you need to bring the bloodline back, other than just this was the moneymaker. Let's see if we can capture it again. But again, you're getting fans that are noticing they're bringing the storyline back, and they're questioning, why are you bringing the storyline back? And why do you have Jacob Fatu aligning with Roman Reigns when at one point he should have been the leader of the bloodline? And that's where I thought they were actually going. If they would have went the way that Jacob actually beat Roman, the problem with that is you had Roman win the title at WrestleMania. And that's a short reign for somebody the stature of Roman Reigns. You don't want that to happen.
Right.
But what you had in Jacob Fatu is arguably when he got there, people were saying this guy could lead the bloodline. And you could have went that way. You could have had like a whole Fatu family because it's him, the Usos, then you bring in Solo. You could have did something like that, but it doesn't even look like they're going that way. So what's the reasoning behind bringing all this back together? What's the story? Because right now it's just Roman's doing Roman things again, and someone has to stop him. And why? For what? Where are we going with this?
And the thing about it, like you mentioned a minute ago, you say that Jimmy Uso is usually the voice of reason. Jimmy Uso is not even the voice of reason anymore. It's like when I look at him at Clash in Italy, he's not the voice of reason. He's going along with it. Like he's a silent, like he's taking over the role that Solo used to have, which is basically just the quiet one, the serious one, that's keeping an eye on Jacob. But then it's like, we talked about this, and I just don't like the character development or lack thereof of what they're doing with Jacob Fatu, because you've taken something that was special, and now you have basically, I would say, kind of neutered him a little bit. Kind of basically,
they said it. They said it on air.
They cut his legs off pretty much.
Yeah,
it's like now he's going to be subservient now to Roman Reigns when he's like, you're supposed to be the Samoan werewolf, but now you're subservient to Roman Reigns. And it's like I mean that's kind of like when you're a Samoan or Tongan in WWE, that's where you're going to end up. That's your role. That's your ceiling. Is to be, you can be part of this faction, but you're not going to go above Roman Reigns. That's what it looks like to me. Like Jey Uso did it, and now Roman says, "Hey Jay, go get the WWE, the WWE Championship from Cody Rhodes, possibly. Go get that. Win the King of the Ring and whoop and all that. Okay, cool. So then the Bloodline holds all the belts. Then eventually, that Solo's crew is going to probably end up joining Roman. You probably got Royce Keys that's probably going to end up now joining the MFTs. It makes sense. Why not do it? It's not like Powerhouse Hobbs is really over with the audience like he should be, and that's their fault because they dropped the ball with him creatively. And I still say, and I understand why he did it, but the Royce Keys name just doesn't work. It doesn't fit.
You can't go to Powerhouse Hobbs because
you can't do Powerhouse Hobbs.
No,
well, you can't do that, but you go, Royce Hobbs or something like that, or Powerhouse Keys or something that familiarize him with the people who did watch AEW.
Yeah,
that's the whole point. That's the thing I'm saying. Like you can change somebody, but other than the name change, it's still the same guy, still wearing the same type of a wrestling attire. It's just the name doesn't work, and he's not over like he should be. So it's like if somebody's not over like they should be, okay, then obviously you turn him heel. Because what it looks like to me is they're about to do like Bloodline Civil War is about to happen. Because what did Solo say on SmackDown? He says, well, hey, I need you to basically like join me basically because we're about to go to war. Now what the war is, I don't know. The YS6 are gone. So I'm not sure who he's talking about. It has to be talking about Roman Reigns and the bloodline up there. But they were talking about they were not even a bloodline anymore. They were calling themselves the First Family.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, they've dropped the First Family, and now we're just back to the bloodline.
Yep. Storylines don't change though, bro.
No, it doesn't change. It's all convoluted, and at the same time this is going on, I noticed that they've turned Sami Zayn heel or a tweener. around the same time they got all this going on. So Sammy's going to eventually get involved in this angle. You can already see the table's been set here. The only person that's not involved in this angle that should be is Paul Heyman.
Fact. And I don't know why he's not involved.
All right. You cannot tell me the crap that Paul Heyman's doing right now that you don't want to be out there with the bloodline.
I think that's the missing ingredient, honestly.
It is. Yeah, it is. But they need to stop the tweener thing and just turn them. I would feel more comfortable with this angle if they just turn them all heel. Because the tweener thing, 1 week the Usos are heels, the next week they're baby faces, the next week they're heel. Roman Reigns, to me, is a heel. Even though he's a babyface, he's still a heel. He's changed nothing about him at all. At least like when Hogan turned heel, Hogan changed everything about him. He went from being, the Hulkamania and I'm, take your vitamins, say your prayers, and all that shit. He turned into a complete piece of shit as Hollywood and a cowardly heel. Roman Reigns is still the same guy. And Roman said at the pay-per-view, he says, once again, PLE. He says, I want to be, he says, I'm trying to do things the right way, but they forcing my hand. I'm like, bro, you've been the same since you came back. You changed nothing. It's like, what do you mean you're trying to do things the right way? What are you doing? What are you talking about? From a character point of view, what is he talking about?
We're heel. I'm trying to be the good guy, but they're forcing my hand. So I'm going to be the bad guy.
But who's forcing your hand? You were feuding with Jacob. So who's forcing your hand? When you talking about LA Knight, he ain't a threat. You've already beat him. What are you talking about? But he has to. But that's the thing about a heel. That's why Roman is a heel. He has to believe that what he's doing is right. It's no different than Anakin Skywalker. He believed what he was doing with Order 66 when he killed all the Jedi
was the right thing
the younglings. To do. It was the right thing to do. So he has to believe that. That's why Roman's a heel. He just don't know it. Like Cody.
Yep. Agreed.
He don't know it yet.
Agreed. But yeah, it's the thing that made me was like they killed Jacob's momentum completely. Yeah. And when we brought up a good point earlier, and when you said, because they said this live, when he lost to Roman, they said the Samoan werewolf has been neutered. They said this on air.
They said that.
Yeah, they said that on air.
Oh,
and I
didn't watch it, so I don't know. Yeah, I saw the clips, but they didn't keep that. I didn't see that part.
No, they took that part out when they ran the clips. But yeah, they said that on air. They said the Samoan werewolf, Michael Cole said the Samoan werewolf has been neutered.
Well,
and I was like, oh, that's it. That is it right there. Because if you're watching it live, then the perception is this guy isn't going to be as good as Roman. Because Roman is beating him. There's no possible way for him to redeem that quality. Because it's been taken away.
No, there's nothing to do. Here's the thing, and this is why I honestly believe that they've kind of given up on Jacob as a world title main event contender. And I'm gonna tell you why. He's already wrestled Cody, and now he's wrestled Roman, and now he's been put in this place.
But I don't understand that, because in both cases, like I think he held his own. Yeah, exactly. He put up a great fight against both guys. I don't understand. And you're in these situations now, especially so with Jacob, you have a great story to tell with him. You have a great story to tell with him going from the streets, leaving that life behind, finding his way in wrestling. You can make him a sympathetic character, just like with Roy Speeds.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna push back on you a little bit. So you can't make somebody a sympathetic character that came from the streets, that was in prison, all this different thing. You and found his way in wrestling. You can't do that when every time the brother comes out there, he got that flag in his pocket.
That is true.
He's Sue whooping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So you
that is
can't
true.
you can't it's like if you want to do that, then we gonna go back to 95 here when we got 5-2. Let's make a change, make a difference. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have Jacob come out there next. He's gonna be doing the same thing. Let's make a change, make a difference.
I mean, that's true, but also, if that is his story, tell it. You know what I mean?
You can't tell it now. He's just another guy in the bloodline.
Exactly. With Royce Keys, you have this story. Tell it. Make him a sympathetic character. Why on God's green earth are we Wardlowing Oba Femi? Why? For what? For what reason?
I don't know.
The guy goes into WrestleMania season hot. Yeah. Hot. Red hot. Beats Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I was there.
Yeah.
I saw what the crowd did there live.
Yeah.
He was a made man that night. The night after. You can't tell me from WrestleMania to the Raw right after and the way the crowd just this guy had mega stardom on his name. Leaving WrestleMania and going into Raw. Now, why are we bringing Brock Lesnar back when he's seemingly retired in the middle of the ring? Why are we bringing him back to beat the person that beat him at WrestleMania? Here's what's going to happen. They're going to do a rubber match. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a SummerSlam. Oba's going to beat Brock. Brock is going to retire. If that's the case, why didn't you just let what happened at WrestleMania stand? Because it was perfect. No one expected Brock Lesnar to retire after that match. The match was great for as long as it lasted. Oba Femi became a big star after that match. You had nothing on the back end for him. Nothing. You even teased him in Roman WrestleMania the night after WrestleMania. You even teased him in Roman. The crowd ate that up. Why are we not moving in this direction? Why are we going back to Brock Lesnar?
That's straight up 50-50 booking is what that is. And I don't know why they've done that. I mean, if you want to think about it, an Oba Femi would have been a new opponent for Roman Reigns. That could have been something. And the storyline could have been there that's when you could have had something on TV that could have been interesting with Paul Heyman.
Money.
Paul Heyman could have been like, you know what? I don't like Roman Reigns. He'll forever be my tribal chief, but I got to get even with Roman Reigns. And you know something? You're the one who went out there at WrestleMania and you beat Brock Lesnar. So I want to take you as a client now, Oba Femi. You got to make a decision. You got to make a choice. You want to be a superstar in this business. You want to go to the next level. You got to beat Roman Reigns. That's what I would have done.
Yep. It was there.
No,
it was
we
there.
Can't do that. We got to turn Jacob. We got to put Jacob with the bloodline. We got to put LA Knight out there, continue to be, unappreciated. They do nothing with him. Now there's a conspiracy going on here, possibly between Adam Pearce and the bloodline. It reminds me of Bischoff and the NWO back in the day. See, there's a lot of parallels here. So I think here's what I think is happening here. So I think the Crave team has been watching Nitro and getting ideas. Okay, because there's a lot of similarities here. A lot of similarities. They've been watching Nitro, or Grok is working overtime trying to make sense of this shit with AI, and he can't. That's what I think.
Can't. Bro, you had the chance for a mega show with the headline being Oba Femi versus Roman Reigns. However you got there, the crowd would have rode along. They would have rode along. Why would you kill that? Why would you kill that?
I don't know.
The instant I seen Jacob Fatu come out on Raw, I was disappointed. But I still gave it a chance. But I was disappointed. I was like, that should not be Jacob Fatu. That should be Oba Femi. Why is it not? And on the back end of that, it should have been Oba Femi.
Yeah.
Because now this guy has a mountain he has to work towards, right? You don't have him lose. Even if you do run it back with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar comes back, he wants to run it back. The stronger storyline in that is that he can't beat Oba Femi. If you're going to do 3 matches, have Brock lose all 3. Lose at WrestleMania, lose the rematch, and if I lose again, I'll really retire, and then beat him again. And then you have a bigger legend than Oba Femi because he's the one guy back to back that beat Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar could not beat this guy.
Okay, let me counter that.
Go ahead.
So, does it really mean anything if you beat a legend? I mean, Gunther's not exactly setting the world on fire right now.
This is true too.
So, I mean, does that matter? I mean, Gunther took out Goldberg. He took out John Cena and AJ Styles. And there, once again, nothing. So would it matter if Oba Femi went out there and beat Brock Lesnar 3 times? It would not. Really. It wouldn't matter. What would happen? What I would do is you go out there at SummerSlam and you have Oba Femi, if they even go that far. They might just say, hell, we'll put it on a Saturday Night's Main Event or something.
They might.
Knowing them. Because once again, the shows are paid for. So when you look at it, you have an Oba Femi that beats the Brock Lesnar. At that point, Oba Femi says, okay, I've beaten this guy twice. Now I want Roman. Now I want the World Heavyweight Championship. You can go on that direction.
Yeah.
But that's only if the story's there to do that.
It was
but
there.
Then, they might do some crazy shit where they take a guy like Oba Femi and put him with the Bloodline.
That's true though.
Yeah.
That's true. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, come on, man. Like, here's my credit card right here. This is my credit card. Ready to swipe, ready to scan. I'm ready. You took it off the table. You just took it off the table.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean,
they had something. I will say this.
I don't know.
I will say this. From being at WrestleMania, the atmosphere that night was like, it was like All In 2025 for me. I was like, okay. Last night, crappy. Tonight, I feel like they may have turned the corner. I genuinely felt like that leaving WrestleMania. That show was really good. And I was like, okay, we have something we could build on. The immediate aftermath of that was like they were already putting pieces in place. And I was like, okay, I'm here for that. The next night, they killed it. They killed it. And it was like, do you not see what you did? Did you not understand what you did here? Because not only did you make another star, you made several stars. We haven't seen anything from Penta.
No.
Nothing. Star making performance at WrestleMania. You haven't seen anything from him. Jade Cargill had a great performance. Though she lost, I felt like the feud with Rhea Ripley, you could have built on that. Granted, they did that, but what they did at Clash in Italy, I felt like they put a book into that. But I think they're going to try to run her in Charlotte. But still, you had a star, Oba Femi, star-making performance. What have we done since then? Roman Reigns wins. They tease him and Oba. We don't get the payoff for that. And it's like they move further and further away from what they set up. For what? Why? Because what you did that night, I guarantee you, could be the main event for the next year's WrestleMania. You just have to work there. And they didn't even try to work there. Right?
Do you really think they're concerned about next year's WrestleMania?
No, because it's in Saudi and it's paid for.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm more honestly more intrigued on what the other con is going to do next year around WrestleMania time. That's what I'm wanting to know.
Facts.
I couldn't give a damn about what WWE is going to do for WrestleMania next year. I don't care. I didn't watch WrestleMania this year.
That sentiment is the normal fan sentiment.
Yeah,
and it's because I ain't going. I'm not gonna go. I'm not flying to Saudi.
Well, I mean, and I think what it comes out here's what I think it comes down to with a lot of people. I know. Well, I will say for me what it comes down to. What it comes down for me is when you have certain executives out there that think that their shit don't stink, and I'm referring to like Nick Khan and Mark Shapiro and Trips and all these different people that they honestly think that their shit don't stink, and it's like they live in this bubble. They live in this bubble that they think that their product is it's on fire right now and it's firing on all cylinders, and it's like it's not.
No.
And for Nick Khan to blatantly lie all the time, saying that they don't listen to fan criticism and all this other shit, they don't change anything. You're a liar. You changed The Rock and Roman you changed that shit because of the fan backlash. Remember how you changed it? It's on your own WWE Unreal show. How you changed it. Because the fans weren't feeling it. The Rock said the fans weren't feeling it. We changed trajectory. That's what he said. Because we listened to the fans. So that's when the final boss came about. This guy goes out there and just, this is a small minority audience. Bro, the small minority audience is the majority. What the hell are you talking about now? Social media is everywhere. People talk. I mean, how delusional do you believe that Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all these different apps out there are not talking about WWE? You know they are talking about WWE. Social media and the internet's been running this shit for a while. What are you talking about?
It's a small percentage of the audience.
Bullshit.
It isn't the live audience that's attending the shows. Those fans are loud. Those fans tell us that what we're doing on the night is amazing, and they're paying to come to our shows. They're paying customers, so we don't listen to the small majority or the small minority of those fans that are online, that are complaining, that just want attention. We don't pay attention to those guys.
Yeah, we don't pay attention because the only time we pay attention is if the ratings go down or revenue and relevancy. Bro, WWE is not really relevant like that. I don't know where they think. I'm gonna keep it 1,000, bro. I don't see anybody wearing shit. Back in the day, you would see people wearing wrestling t-shirts out there in the public. You would see Austin 316. You see the NWO all over the place. I don't see people wearing shit now, man. What's this guy talking about? Relevancy. Relevancy to who? Because you pay a bunch of fucking celebrities to come to the show? They're not doing it for free because they want to be there. Jelly Roll probably. Little Yachty probably. But the rest of these people there, you're signing a contract. You're paying a fee for them to appear on your show and work them into the angle TKO. What are you talking about? You're living in this delusional bubble. Once again, it's a delusional bubble that our shit over here don't stink. It does.
It's terrible.
It's crap.
It's terrible.
It's been crap. Your audience isn't growing. You're only making profit because you're overcharging them. That's what it is. It's basic economics.
Yep.
I mean, come on. I mean, this situation here with Nick Khan lying his ass off about everything. Everything. That's like some jackass trying to convince me that it was it was a good idea to go fucking war with Iran. I mean, give me a break. That's another topic for another day. But the bottom line is this: it's stupid. Like, we can clearly see you guys change plans. You probably got burner accounts up the ass that scour the internet. You probably talk about it on, you're probably on Signal talking about what someone said on Twitter about you.
You know that.
Come on, man. You put shit out there on if social media doesn't matter, WWE, Nick Khan, if it doesn't matter, why the hell do you post shit to YouTube? What's YouTube? It's a social media video fucking site. What are you talking about? You guys change shit when you fucking see. Look at the videos up there. If something gets ratioed into oblivion, you take it down and you change the fucking storyline. But yeah, you're trying to convince me and the Black Mac here and all the rest of us that you don't listen to the audience. You don't listen to that small minority.
That's a lie.
You got your heads up. You guys got your heads so far up your ass as much as Disney does. Come on.
That is. They don't remember, but Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah. And we Pepperidge Farm.
It's like, bro, do you think we don't remember what happened? Like,
no, because it didn't happen. It's like Men in Black, and they zap you and it's over. Or you do a Jedi mind.
They were running that into the ground too. They were running into the ground. Like, this is what happened. No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
I could have swore I could have swore that's what happened. Like, no, that didn't happen. Well, I could have sworn the Undertaker used to come out to Kid Rock's American Badass. No, he didn't. He didn't come out to that. I know. I heard it. Oh, bullshit. He didn't come out to that. He only came out to Rolling. I could have sworn when he came back in 2000, he was coming out to that song. No, he wasn't. He was coming out, You're Gonna Pay.
You serious? So why is I Am an American Badass stuck in my head with him on a motorcycle?
Yeah. Well, if you listen to it now, it's not there because we dub it.
It's just like,
it's just like people. Well, yeah, I mean, it's just like people out there that do certain shows and they say, well, the Mandalorian and Grogu was going to make $1 billion. We remember. Hey, yeah. I was going to go honking last night until the Spurs lost.
They're blaming that on Danhausen, by the way.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
They're totally blaming it on.
Dude,
I'm not lying.
Driving.
They're actually blaming that on Danhausen.
I was. That's funny. I was literally driving the other day, and I was going somewhere, and I'm just driving, and all of a sudden, I'm at the stoplight, going to get on the highway, and people going by, and beep, 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 beep. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And you got bitches outside the car with no ass twerking. And I'm like, what is going on here? And it's like, oh, this is what they're doing. I'm like, why? He's like, oh, because of Spurs. I'm like, okay, but bruh, like, I'm from Cali, so I don't know.
Oh, it's worse in New York. New York is they wilding out, bro. Like, if New York wins this series, like, people think I'm lying, but y'all gonna have to call the National Guard, the Avengers. Y'all got to call a bunch of people, the Justice League. Y'all gonna need everybody on site because they about to burn that city to the ground, bro.
Yeah.
But
I'll go honking one day.
But it is what it is.
Ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Honking, like literally, like honking. I'm like, what the hell? What, like, looking around, like, what did I do wrong? People honking. Yeah.
No,
like, Jesus Christ.
That's a Southern thing. Like, hey, friend. We're
I
having
guess.
the time of our lives right now.
I don't know. Honking and counting, get your ass shot. I don't know.
Here's just sundown in a different skin tone. That's neither here nor there. But
Yeah.
but
I should go. What's that website called? What's it called? Cowshy or some shit? Is that what it's called?
yeah.
I should go on there and make a prediction.
Should
The Knicks taking. The Knicks is going to take this one.
don't do that because they might lose.
Oh shit! I listen. I couldn't care less. I'm not into basketball like that. I don't care. When I watched basketball back in the day, that was the era of the Bulls, and I was a big Bulls fan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when I was watching. When we used to go out there when the original sneakerheads, we used to get all them shoes. That's when the Deion Sanders came out and King Griffey Jr.'s and Junior Seau's and all the Jordans. That was we was the original sneakerheads.
Yep. Agree there.
Yeah.
Definitely agree there.
I don't know how the hell we got into that tangent. Because
wrestling
is just boring.
I don't either. But let's get in the final shots and thoughts, man.
Drive it up.
All right. For the No Gimmick Nation, we will be doing some Patreon exclusive stuff. Just for the Patreon subscribers. So we'll start getting into that. I'm gonna start doing more reactions to classic matches. So that'll just be for the Patreon, just to give us some more Patreon content. So stay tuned for that. But shout out to all the indie promotions, man, that have been hitting us up. And shout out to Ephesians Pro Wrestling. Shout out to Dragon Slayer Pro Wrestling. Of course, MPX, Wrestle World. These are all promotions in North Texas that have been hot. HOT Wrestling that have just been giving us opportunity after opportunity. Cover your shows. It's nice to see that No Gimmicks is becoming that platform that people trust with their stories, to tell their stories. So I want to make sure I give them some light and just say thank you, because it's been the work that we've been doing on that front has just been, it's been awesome, man. So I want to make sure that I give them some shine and shout out. Please check out those promotions and stay tuned, because we will be working our way south. That's the plan, is where No Gimmicks is the official podcast of Texas Independent Wrestling. That's the goal. So we're starting to work our way south, and get down to the San Antonio area as well. So shout out to all the indie promotions in Texas, man. Just appreciate you. But that's all I got. Frank Dee?
Absolutely. I mean, it is. I mean, if you're an indie promotion out there and you want to do business with No Gimmicks, we're always about doing business. Okay. And we're not going to lie to you like other people do. Now, as far as Frank D. Vader goes, I want to caveat right quick. I want to go to the side. I got to ask a question here. I got it right here. Right here. Whose movie failed at the box office?
Wow.
So,
Wow.
in doing that. Now, here's the deal. Shut up. Here's the deal. Coming soon to the No Gimmicks podcast and the DFPN network, there's going to be a new show. It's going to be called As I Recall with D. Vader. And what this show is going to basically be about, it's going to be about, I'm going to pick a certain topic and I'm going to tell you through the eyes of the fan experience what I think about it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be launching this. It's something that I've been thinking about for a while, and we've talked about this off air, back and forth, just putting together the final pieces of it. But the first topic that I'm going to cover for this new show, and people listen, this is going to be very controversial, because I know there's a lot of fans out there. I'm a fan as well. Don't get it twisted. I'm just going to come out here and do what I do, and that's tell the truth. First episode of As I Recall with D. Vader is going to be Macho Man 99 and why it sucked ass. And we're going to go through the entire thing of Macho Man 99. And I think that Macho Man 99 and that run that Macho Man Randy Savage had there with with Team Madness and all that, I think that led to more of the downfall of WCW. I think it accelerated because that was horrible television. And being as how we went through the WWE Network and all the episodes of Nitro were put out there, and I pretty much seen them all, and I lived through that time period of watching that shit, of him wrestling Kevin Nash and wrestling Sting, and then Hollywood Hogan comes back and beats him, and that was the end of it. Then he did the match with Dennis Rodman, and then Macho Man disappeared. And then he came back and on that Thunder episode, and that was the last time we saw him. So I want to talk about this. And let's get it twisted right here. Don't get it twisted. I'm a fan of Macho Man Randy Savage. He's one of my favorites of all time. But you have to call it out like it is. And I'm going to call it out on As I Recall with D. Vader. Plus, me and Gib Jan are going to be coming back for the Rebel Empire, our Star Wars podcast. We have been flaking in the Force lately. We haven't been able to jail. We're supposed to do something every day, but my boy was sick. It is what it is. You got to take care of yourself first. But we're going to get back into it. And we're going to be talking about the merch, because that's what I call him over here. He's merch. We're going to talk about the merch. We're going to talk about that movie that failed in the box office, movie that has to make $600 million to break even, and it's not going to do it because right now it's at 254 or 255 and stalling. So we're going to talk about all that. You know, Rebel Empire was supposed to be a podcast about Star Wars where we're going to talk positively and yada, yada, yada. And I said, no. I said, that shit doesn't work for Frank D. Vader. That doesn't work for me. I got to be myself. I got to be authentic. I got to be me. And I'm going to tell it like it is. And that's all I can do in public, if you will.
All right.
All that's coming up. We're going to be doing that, like I said before, As I Recall with D. Vader. We're going to be pumping out more content. Matter of fact, As I Recall with D. Vader, I don't know. That might be a Patreon thing. So you might have to jump on the Patreon to actually hear that, because I'm telling you, I'm going to go in on the Macho Man. That's my But I got to point it out here. I got to go back and point it out and just how much it sucked. And if you don't believe me, go fucking look it up. It sucked.
Nah, it was bad. It was bad.
Right. So that's going to be the first episode, As I Recall with D. Vader. Yeah, Macho Man 99, and it was trash. It was. Listen, the WWF's not going to escape either. Trust me, I got some shit.
Bet,
bro. I got nothing left for that. Oh yeah, your boy was in a Star Wars fan film that's going to be coming out shortly. I played.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I played Darth Vader in the fan film. I just received word last night that it's done. And we're just looking at to push it out. So I'm going to keep people up to breast on that situation as well. As I get more opportunities to play Vader. I appreciate that. You know, the dark side of the Force is with me.
I love it. I love it.
I got nothing else, man. Other than that, help control the pet population, have your pets spayed or neutered. Hey, you people out there, you farmers out there, go check your cattle for any kind of sores or anything like that, because that screw worm situation that we got going on right now here in Texas. Go check out your animals and all that. And hopefully they get this thing under control. And other than that, bro, I got nothing else.
I got nothing else, bro. So thank you guys for tuning in. You know what it is. Until next time, be safe. Take care of each other. Enjoy what you're gonna enjoy. Peace.
And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmicks.